let us save what remains, not by vaults and locks which fence them from the public eye and use in consigning them to the waste of time, but by such a multiplication of copies as shall place them beyond the reach of accident. Thomas Jefferson.
The New England we live in and love today was shaped by those who came before us, not only by influential leaders, but also by everyday people who lived in rural New England in the formative first decades of our new nation. Old Sturbridge Village provides an authentic, first-hand look at the often challenging and rapidly changing textures and rhythms of New England life in the early 19th century. Illustrating a period in America largely driven by agriculture, industry, family, and the seasons, the village invites guests to consider the men and women who faced the trials and triumphs of everyday life and worked together to survive and prosper in the rural New England towns and countryside they called home. In its nearly 75-year history, the village has touched the lives of over 22 million guests from around the world, including over 3 million students through school field trips. Nowhere else can an institution like this be found representing our New England past. Now, how Old Sturbridge Village came to be may surprise you. A slight change in the weather in 1926, and it is possible the beloved village could be just another housing development or shopping plaza. In the summer of 1926, Albert B. Wells, who with his brothers ran the American Optical Company in neighboring Southbridge, headed to Manchester, Vermont for a relaxing weekend of golf. Rain prevented them from teeing off, so his buddies suggested they go antiquing. He replied that he did not see what they saw in those old junk shops. Eventually, he was cajoled into joining them, and that afternoon, he caught the collecting bug for oddities, or primitives as he called them. Eventually, his collection grew so large that it filled his 42-room mansion to the ceilings. Wells wanted to share his treasures of everyday life with the public, so he incorporated the Wells Historical Museum as a not-for-profit educational institution. His son, George Wells, suggested that instead of stuffy galleries, his unique collection would be better displayed in the context of a recreated living village. Albert's brother, J. Cheney Wells, offered to go in 50-50 if he accepted George's suggestion. Within a week, they bought property in Sturbridge, and Old Sturbridge Village began its long, evolving story to where it is today.
Out of sight to the public lives the history of this evolution, from oral histories to film and manuscripts and thousands of photos and slides. I want to bring these stories and images to you and others in one of the first comprehensive documentaries done on the village. There's too much important history that should be shared, telling the story of this tremendous gift from the Wells family.
It's with great excitement that I get to announce that our project has become fully funded and is well on its way in production. At Robeson Imagery, we are very grateful for our sponsor, Eastern Connecticut State University. Without them, this project would not be possible. Everyone that's grown up in New England, there's likely at least a seed of a memory of Old Sturbridge Village in your mind. With our project, we hope to reward that memory with a complete picture of what Old Sturbridge Village was, what it is today, and what it hopes to be in the future for the next generation of New Englanders. Thank you again for your interest on this project, and please follow us on this inspiring story.